what happened 2 weeks ago when your daughter told you her secret.
Thea was at the top of her class. She was the most popular girl in school. Everybody loved our daughter.
I saw you looking one way and coming out completely changed.
I'm Pamela.
Can I help?
I can't have my parents find me like this.
What do you know about Pamela?
Not much, really. I know she was the maid next door. You have no idea how much it would ruin my career.
And Duran for Senate.
DNA from Theo's hairbrush unfortunately matched the DNA we found on the hoodie at the scene.
It's Thea's hoodie. It's Thea's hoodie!
I hate you. I hate you. Why didn't you tell me I'm her mother?
Do you have any other questions for my client? I do love you. This case is cold.
We close as a suicide.
Anything but that.
Where's my daughter?
Hey guys, welcome here. We got the filmmakers of City of Salt here with us today. Join us via Skype. How are you guys doing today?
Excellent. Doing good.
Fantastic, guys. So we just finished watching the online soft premiere, world premiere sort of thing, online on YouTube to anybody who was able to get a ticket. Now, we did this because COVID-19 was a real jerk and shut us down for a while. But Alicia and John want to still get their film out to the masses, so we want to go ahead and talk about it. Guys, how are you doing first off? You guys had pizza and popcorn. You guys are feeling energized tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Great, because we're going to have a whole bunch of questions for you when we're starting to talk about City of Salt. So let's go ahead and start with the nitty-gritty. It's what everybody likes to know. Where did the story come from?
It came from a poem that I wrote in 2010 at Westminster College. And like many of the medieval poetry out there, it's kind of a stream of consciousness type of film and a morality play. So it's not linear. You know, it's basically kind of thought going back and forth in this. So it was originally modeled off of Pyramus and Thisbe, which is Ovid's Metamorphosis. It's one of the stories inside there that's kind of a Romeo and Juliet tell. But we definitely took it and made it into modern themes.
I definitely felt the Romeo and Juliet pool, and what I really liked what you hit on there is that there is definitely a lot of, it's not a linear story. We talk about it in pieces, but it all fits well together. I think if it was told linearly, it wouldn't have been as compelling, and so the way that it was portrayed really did make a lot more sense.
Yeah, thank you.
So now when you actually started coming down, like you got the nuts and bolts of what, the frame of this film was, I believe this is actually, correct me if I'm wrong, this is your very first feature, correct?
Very first feature, directorial debut. Yeah.
It's so many firsts on this one, and but you guys had a really good team. You had a really great cast. Your editor on board, Lucas, was fantastic. Your DP did an amazing job. Just the overall quality really went well, and it seems like a whole community came together to help make this film. Can you talk about the community that came together to create City of Salt?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that I just keep putting out there is that, this whole film was built by literally the City of Salt, the people of this community from Logan all the way down to St. George and Salt Lake to Moab. I mean, it was just so many amazing people that it brought tears to my eyes tonight when I was just sitting there watching it with the premiere. I mean, I've seen it 100 times, but tonight was definitely special, and I just thought of all the people, and it choked me up.
Yeah, they put their hearts and souls into this.
Yeah.
And it was really because they believed in the message.
Yeah.
Now, the film was nominated for several awards for the Utah Film Festival, and we still have to wait to see if you guys are going to be picking up any of those awards. We're not going to show you that tonight. We postponed the Utah Film Festival and the award show, and that's not going to happen for another month or so until this whole COVID crisis kind of passes us by. But let's talk about some of those nominations. Your lead actress is up there. She's also kind of like the lead character of the film. Tell us about how you guys got connected.
We had 2 days worth of casting, and she just came and she blew our minds. And both of her parents were there. They seemed really open to the idea. And
yeah, they were very supportive, amazing people.
Yeah, luckily her agent accepted our offer. So
that's the thing.
Lauren is amazing, and I don't know if she's watching right now, but she's been accepted into a really prestigious acting program. And there were only 70 slots, so we're really proud of her.
Yeah, real proud of her.
That's outstanding. Now, not only did you have a solid lead actress, but her parents were really conflicted characters in this storyline. Can you talk to me about how did you guys come up with that conflict? I mean, we have the mother who's trying to put on airs and still is kind of like a little bit of a wild spirit herself, and then the father who's not as convicted as his fellow party members are, but he's kind of like towing the line. He's like doing what he's told so he can hit this status. How was this conflict that was built in with these different characters? Where did that all originate from, and how many revisions did this take to be able to really solidify each of these characters so make them so that they weren't just like a one-trick pony?
Well, it originally, believe it or not, City Assault began as a comedy. And the whole idea was an ex-punk rocker who was now running, as a candidate. And that's kind of where the story started. But I was 40 pages into this comedy, and it wasn't working for me. I had a writer's block. I was like, this just isn't working for me. I can't do this anymore. We had an epiphany, though, and we said, okay, well, let's switch the genre and involve some of the heavy themes that, Utahns go through on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And so we already had the senator, and we knew he was an ex-punk rocker, and we knew kind of that the wife was a free spirit as well, but that they had been kind of enamored by this new lifestyle, but they were also still trying to be themselves at the same time. And I really think that that's where the conflict comes in, is their lack of communication with one another. And the fact that it's really like the fall of the House of Usher, right? Like it's a family that fell apart because of their lack of communication and understanding for one another.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things I really enjoyed about it was that it wasn't just the fact that the family's falling apart. So we got this mystery feel to the entire thing. And because it is a mystery and we're trying to figure out what happened to Theo through this entire film, we're really left guessing until about the last, 15 minutes or so of the film. And it was really fun the way it was all tied up together. And at some point you're feeling really good, and then you're feeling like, there's your Romeo and Juliet moment, right? For those who haven't seen it, if you missed the world premiere, I think you have, 24 hours to go back and take a look at it? Is that about right?
Yep.
Yeah, it'll be like, and people are going to have tech issues and everything like that. Yeah. So especially if they're on their home devices. So
it's a rental.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Well, hey guys, while we're here, just to remind everybody who's watching us, this is a live stream, meaning that you guys can ask questions to the filmmakers during this time. And I want you to really do that. Jump here in the chat. It needed to actually be on the stream's chat. If you're doing it on someone else's page, I may not see it as quickly. So please make sure you come over to the Utah Film Festival and Awards page and go into that video and start right up on the chat. And then I can go ahead and let Alicia and John know what your guys' questions are when it comes to the movie. In the meantime, I'm going to keep on asking questions because I have so many things I want to know about this, especially from you, John. Talk about the music that was involved in this film.
Oh, I am so pleased with the musicians that we were able to pick out. We had over 700 bands submit their music, and I knew it was going to be I knew it was going to be a chore to get through because there's just so much amazing music. So we actually cut it about 6 weeks before the end of production so we could start selecting through. I mean, 700 bands and go through every single song.
It would have just kept going.
It would have
if we
just,
didn't cut
yeah, it
off
would have
the
just kept
submission.
going. So because again, this is City of Salt, we have 13 bands that are right out of here from Utah, and they're just fantastic, amazing musicians. And then we had 2 of them from Hungary.
One of them was from Hungary.
One was
of them
from Hungary, and the other
Sweden.
was from Sweden. And they're all independent musicians, and everything you heard was independent. I mean, the film's independent, the music's independent. We wanted to make sure that people could really get an ear and eye full of what our local talent can bring to the table.
Including our score / composer.
Oh yeah, our composer again.
And he's actually
a genius.
He is remastered and is releasing his official City of Salt score soundtrack on April 10th. Donovan Colton.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It was absolutely amazing. We do have some questions coming in now. Musa was over here, and he's asked a few questions. He's asking, what's next? What other project are you working on right now?
Oh, boy. We've got one that's in production right now called Polygamy Gone Wrong.
Yeah, it's mainly post. We've got one more scene to do, but
yeah. And then we've got
we've got
the sequel to City of Salt.
Sequel.
So we're working on that.
Yeah.
And we're gonna leave that.
You'll be seeing a lot more Mr. Johnson, and
yeah, that's gonna.
It's in the same universe as City of Salt, but it's got some tie-ins and some more explanation as to why the things happened the way they did in the first one.
Yep.
But it's also a new story at the same time.
Yep.
Well, sounds like a lot's going to be happening right there. Also, we have Lisa here has asked the question, has Lauren Catherine ever been in a film before? She's going to be a star.
No, she hasn't. This
That's
is her
her
breakout
first.
role.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
So how hard was it to be working with an actor? I mean, the performance was outstanding. And typically when you have a green actress like this, you're going to have to do a lot of coaching with her. How was she as a first-time lead in a first-time film?
Honestly, this kid astounded us. She, before you said action, she was giggling and bubbly and just dancing around. And then the minute you said action, she was in character like that. I would barely any coaching. We'd just give a suggestion, and then she'd take it to the next level every time. She is amazing.
Even for really, really hard and sensitive scenes, which in one of them, her mother was actually crying because imagining your daughter going through this, she was at Village with us and she was bawling, and she's just like, you guys are so respectful. And, but even then, she would go in and out of character on a whim during the hardest scene in the film, and she was not a method actress. I mean,
she starts bawling, and then you say cut, and then she starts laughing on it. Just kid's amazing.
Amazing. She's gonna go places.
Yeah, she is.
Wonderful. Let's talk about some of the themes you guys hit on here. You hit on some very heavy themes, and I want to hit on them individually. Starting off with the prevailing theme throughout the entire movie, which is our LGBTQ community in Utah. How much of that is stuff that you were able to notice firsthand, and how much is that from like a community effort? Because I know that there's been a lot of community outreach and support over this film from the different groups.
Very close cast members were going through these kinds of things. We also have had major support from Encircle and Love Loud, and one of the actors in the film who played Detective Hobbs has connections to these people already because he's kind of a celebrity photographer. So he got us connected to these groups early on and was telling us throughout the entire filming process of a new suicide, a new experience, a new story that was happening, close to home. And that really helped us fuel the emotions that were going on during that process. And we definitely have, in the crew sense, there's a cast and crew of misfits. These are all people who have been hurt, who have dealt with these themes, they're vets, they're veterans, they've experienced PTSD, they've experienced all of these things that we touched on. in the film. So that really helped.
That helped
make
with
it
the
authentic.
the authenticity of it for sure.
And then the other part you just barely grazed on there for a minute is also the topic of suicide. I know the prevailing theme that we felt through the first initial part of the film was we thought Theo had taken her life. There's a plot twist. We'll let you guys watch it and see what happens there. But suicide is a theme that it keeps reoccurring in the film. How important was it to really, not shy away from this topic?
It was key. And even in the poem that I originally wrote, suicide was probably the main topic aside from the LGBTQ themes. And it was really important. Actually, in the poem, more than one person commits suicide. It was more of like a supernatural kind of tell, kind of like John Keats or something. But I mean, we really wanted to drive that issue big time, especially with the senator, who's a really tragic character. Yeah. He's trying to be something that he isn't. And it's tragic.
Yeah.
We have a question here from let's see here. It's AI Jones or Al Jones. I can't really, my eyes aren't that good. I'm guessing it's Al Jones because AI Jones makes it sound like artificial intelligence. Mr. Jones here is saying, will there be a release of the soundtrack as a CD? Because they would love to have those songs. John?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, absolutely. We're working on that. We'll get the bands all set up and make sure everybody gets something. But yes, will be.
Excellent. Then Musa says, how long did it take you guys to shoot this entire film?
16 weeks all together.
15. We started March 30th of 2019. We finished June 15th of 2019. And that's when post began.
Okay, now we got some more comments here. It says the cinematography was fantastic too. Let's go ahead and hit on that real quick. Who was your cinematographer? Let's give that shout out.
Kalen Albert.
Bam.
And he's doing mega things right now. For those of you who've ever heard of the Rise Up Children's Choir, one of his videos that he did for them has over 10 million views.
Wow.
And he's worked on some Dave Chappelle since then, and we were really lucky to have him while we did.
Yes, yeah, very grateful.
Yeah.
Well, he definitely has a very talented eye, that's for sure. More technical questions here. Musa's asking again, who does your casting? Yeah, Musa likes to audition for everything. Who does your casting, guys?
It was kind of split. The majority of it was done by Aspire Casting, Shonda Losi.
Yep.
And then we had Lucra casting on it initially as well.
Yep.
So you had already. It was a team. It was a team effort. It sounded like getting a lot of people in there. Fantastic. Okay. There's going to be some more questions. Oh, Musa's just sending out laughing faces. Okay. I'm just going through here and see if we have any other comments here. Sarah Crockett says love the music and film. Lisa Davis says music was incredible. Let's see here, just scrolling through a little bit more. Amy, I love the music. Everything was really well done. The music keeps on coming up, guys. You guys did a really good job picking all that music.
I picked him. And don't get me wrong. I mean, there were so many talented people that we received submissions from. And it was just like I had to pick the right vibes. And I was obsessing about it for months. And it was hard. He reined him in. He got the leads. I did the full cycle sell. You know what I'm saying?
I reached out. She reeled him in.
Yeah, I got him.
I love the team effort here. That's fantastic. Trying to think of a couple other things. Will you guys go ahead and give out a few shout outs to some of your key members that you are just floored with them, that they went that extra mile? I mean, everybody came and delivered their A game, which is fantastic. But who are your MVPs? Who are the people that just, without them, the show would have screeched to a halt many times over?
All right, I'll start out with the board of directors. Shonda, Heidi, Orem, and Alicia. I'm just in it for the ride.
Sure.
Dan Murtaugh.
Who led the crew. They began as a behind-the-scenes crew and turned into our official crew.
Paul.
Because they were that impressive.
Yeah, Paul.
Paul Bartlett.
I think everybody on the cast and crew can all say hands down that Paul was the MVP, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy.
He did it all.
He did it all. So big shout out to Paul Bartlett.
Our Kickstarter backers, honestly,
Oh, yeah.
because we couldn't have done it without them, and also our investors who came in afterwards to really bring up the production value for Don Harton and John Harton.
Yep, they were invaluable.
Mm-hmm. And Annette Coaster, obviously, for sponsoring all
Annette.
of this. Some of the post team, obviously, Lucas Hardy, Gavin Harrison did coloration, and I don't know if you noticed this, but the entire film is colored in blues and reds. And we did that on purpose to kind of bring home the political turmoil also. And then Sarita Ford.
And it also represented past and present.
Yeah,
So.
we changed hues based on past and present also. Sarita Ford did post sound. Sean Weitzel did production sound.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we could go on and on and on. And if obviously there are too many people. There were 200 people on this project.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean
amazing people.
Yeah, I mean, I hate pointing it out, but I think everybody can say Paul for sure, just because everybody loves Paul.
Paul Bartlett definitely is our MVP.
Yeah, I mean, even Jordan when he smashed our slate, but that's
David Michael. Don't even get me started. Too many.
It's just an endless list.
Yeah.
Everybody was amazing.
That's outstanding. Now, guys, here's the thing. You guys had a chance, and you still have a chance to see City of Salt. It's less than 24 hours going to be available online. After that 24 hours lifts, it's gone. It's toast. You're going to have to wait till the Utah Film Festival to see it next. So there's that. So I'm excited. So here's the thing about a festival, guys, and this is why I recommend you coming. I mean, you can see the movies online. These filmmakers are making it available to you. But when you go in person, it's the actual being there with the filmmakers and doing the networking and having that social interaction that we're all missing right now. We're all missing it because of this COVID thing. But when it all passes us by and we can all unite together and just enjoy it, guys, I'm convinced this thing's going to sell out. I really think it will.
Huge. People are going to be like, get me out of here. Let's go to the Utah Film Festival and awards and sell art.
It's the truth. It's the truth. Okay, so one more question here, it looks like. And if you guys still have questions, we're going to keep going. But as soon as you guys stop dropping the questions, I'm going to let these guys go to bed. So, because it's getting a little late. So the next thing here we have is Al Jones. Al Jones says, when will the film be available on DVD? Please put me down for at least one copy.
I think that we're going with self-distribution at this point because it depends. It really depends, but
we'll get you one.
Yeah, we'll get you one.
Whoever wants one, we'll get you one. Right now, we just got to build the funding up to be able to get the discs made because now we're still doing it on our own, y'all.
And if we get a really nice offer, we might consider. But a big concern of ours is it being a sleeper hit and maintaining our rights. Yep. So, I mean, you never know. Just never say never.
This is true. We'll have to talk more about those rights. I know I put up something the other day, a couple places that are looking to acquire films internationally. Something we can, kick around, see if it makes sense for you guys to film or not. I got a couple comments that have come through. Lisa Davis says, wish you all much success. Kim Stone's on here. She says, hi guys, or hey guys. Vincent Lopez is here, says, great movie. Congrats, Lauren. And then Regina Diaz says, Lauren was amazing. Guys, they're like big Lauren fans here. Big Lauren fans.
Heck yeah.
Indeed. She deserves it.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have to see if she'll be taking home that, I think it's actress under 18 category. Is that right?
Yep.
Sure is.
All right. Well, maybe she'll be taking that home. I know who wins. We have all the trophies back over here. It's like they're ready. They're ready anytime. We got it all set, ready to go. I just can't remember who won. I just can't remember. Can't bring myself to looking at the trophies right now. It just makes my heart break. Okay, we do have, let's see here. Al says, I definitely understand and completely agree with the choice on the rights. Absolutely. Let's see here. What else did we say? Okay, more about Lisa. Lisa says, won't be asleep for long, not with a talent like Lauren Catherine as a lead and killing it. All right. Kim Stone says, Lauren is incredible. And she wish I can vote. Lisa wishes she can vote for who's going to be the winner as well. Just so you guys know how the way our judges work, we actually have 3 levels of judging. The first ones just go through just a basic screening process. The next ones go through me, typically. I go through and I just like make sure that everyone's votes are balanced, and I kick out the outliners. And then we send it on to a jury. And then that jury is all industry professionals, and they go through and they actually give the final score and decide who the winners are. So that's the process that we go through when we're selecting films. So luckily, it's not just the Warren Workman show. It's a lot of people, a lot of team, a lot of community have come together to do this sort of thing. Okay, let me see if there's any other comments here. It doesn't look like anyone else is dropping any comments here right at the moment. Do you guys have anything else you would like to share before we go ahead and wrap up tonight?
Go ahead, Em.
Love and compassion, just like the review from Utah Film Festival and Awards said. I mean, those two words mean a lot. And, you know, when you do watch this film, I really hope that those 2 aspects came through in the end.
Yeah.
Right there, love and compassion. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
And thank you for supporting us, and thank you for the community.
Yeah, thanks to everybody that was involved and everybody that supported us and everybody that's backed us and been there through the thick and thin. We couldn't tell you how much we love and appreciate you.
Struggle and a ride, and well worth it.
Yeah.
Even if it can save one life.
Absolutely. Guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'm going to play that trailer for you guys one more time. And if you guys haven't seen the movie yet but would like to before it gets put down, maybe we could have John and Alicia throw up the Eventbrite link so you can quickly get your ticket and see it before the link gets taken down. So one more time, guys, thank you for joining me, Alicia and John. Thank you one more time. And guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm glad you guys are around. Keep sticking around. We'll talk to you later. Enjoy the trailer.
Have a good night.
Tell me what happened 2 weeks ago when your daughter told you her secret.
Thea was at the top of her class. She was the most popular girl in school. Everybody loved our daughter.
I saw you looking one way and coming out completely changed.
I'm Pamela. Can I help? I can't have my parents find me like this.
What do you know about Pamela?
Not much, really. I know she was a maid next door. You have no idea how much it would ruin my career.
And Duran for Senate.
The DNA from Theo's hairbrush unfortunately matched the DNA we found on the hoodie at the scene.
It's Thea's hoodie. It's Thea's
I hate you. I hate you! Why didn't you tell me I'm her mother?
Do you have any other questions for my client?
I do love you.
This case is cold.
My clothes is a suicide.
Anything but that.
Where's my daughter?